went trick-or-treating but was turned away from every door. So thinking their costume must obviously be too scary to handle, they returned home, only to glance at a calendar and discover that it was Monday and Halloween's in 4 days.
Derek Cora?
No. 2 guys. 1.
Could you imagine if that was actually you, though, and you turned up 4 days early as Miss Bo Peep doing the school run?
Yeah. It's Halloween, guys. Where's all your costumes? Hello, and welcome to episode 147 of Two Guys What's Up, the weekly comedy podcast where today we're embracing the early trick-or-treating vibe with a very special Halloween episode for reasons that we'll get into very shortly. But for now, my name is Ian, and one guy who thinks his birthday suit constitutes as a Halloween costume is this guy. It's Jordan. Jordan, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you. But nobody cares, Ian.
Huh?
Do you know why?
Why?
Because this is a special episode, Ian.
So should I just skip all the bullshit? Right, fair enough. Okay, right, on to the good stuff then.
Yeah.
You got it. So at the beginning of the month, which is just a weekend ago in human time for us, we did our very first live show.
We did. It's exciting.
It was.
The night was very interesting, and we had a chat with 4 of the top people in their respective fields, including Pamela Hayward, the medium who put on a fantastic display of her abilities, and of course, friend of the show, James Koppert of the 40 News podcast. There was also researcher and experiencer Ian Linford, and the man who needs no introduction, Mr. Paul Sinclair.
Oh, yeah. So it was a fantastic night.
It was.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. To start with, I have to say, I was nervous as fuck when it first started.
Oh, you couldn't tell those trembles in your hand.
Yeah, that's just my my natural demeanour.
It was also the fact that you did that. You were literally centre stage. Just with your hand up.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, you're really showing this to the audience.
I didn't know what to do with myself. It's annoying because, like, leading up to it, people were like, oh, you're nervous. I was like, no, not really. You know, I think it'll be fine. And then the 30-minute countdown music started, and I was like, oh, God, this is happening now.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, I feel like it went all right. As a first live show, it could have been far, far worse.
1000%. Yeah, absolutely. It went well. It was a nice foray into starting doing this sort of thing. Like I say, it was our first time, so I'm happy with how it went.
Absolutely. And Ian Linford and Paul Sinclair, we'd never met those lads before.
Yep.
They were really lovely, you know, on board for everything that we were doing. Mm. They were definitely thinking that it was going to be a bit of a piss take.
Yeah.
But I think they quickly settled into it and realised, actually, this is all in good faith.
Yeah, Paul did say actually halfway through, like, oh, you know, you've introduced me as all this sort of stuff, and we just thought you were going to get us on stage and take the piss out of us. But
it's true, yeah. But no,
God, no.
They were lovely, as was everybody else. And the audience, the place was packed.
Yeah.
Which was amazing.
Yeah, it was.
Someone even came from Coventry. That's like 2.5 hours drive.
Wow.
Which is pretty amazing. So, successful all round.
Yeah.
So before we actually get into it, the way the show was split up, it was in 3 parts. The first one is where we spoke to the panel. We got everybody up on stage together, and it was a chance for us to have kind of an open discussion where everybody shared their own views, and there were some opposing opinions, which made for some interesting chat as well. Mm-hmm. Then, the second part, we managed to speak to Pamela about her abilities as a medium, and then she actually put on a display for us with a couple from the audience.
Which was brilliant.
Yeah, it was totally unexpected, because you and I, Ian, we weren't sure whether that would even go ahead.
Yeah, she was a little bit nervous, and we kind of thought that it may or may not happen.
But it did, and that was really exciting.
She knocked it out of the fucking park.
Yeah, it was great. And then finally, we ended with a Q&A where the whole panel took questions directly from the audience. So, overall, great night.
Absolutely. So today, what we're going to be doing is playing you a little bit of a highlight reel from the evening, including some of our favourite bits from the night. And if you find yourself enjoying it and thinking, God damn, I wish I could hear this whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, you're in luck, because for the bonus episode this month, being released on Halloween itself, we are releasing the full thing in its entirety.
Are we, Ian?
We are indeed, John. Yeah, sorry. We'll have to remove all those horrible jokes you made. But the thing is about 3 hours long of amazing paranormal talk with people who do it best. And all that will be up there along with 27 other bonus episodes that you can get in your ears for just £3.
Absolute bargain.
Fuck yeah. I would pay £3 for that, and I'm tight-fisted as fuck.
You are. But this one's worth it, Ian.
It is.
And just one more thing to say before we actually get into it was thank you to everybody who came. Together, we managed to raise over £300 for the charity Survive, which provide help for victims of sexual violence, and that's obviously an amazing cause.
Oh, yeah.
The place was absolutely packed. I think it turned out really well. The guests were amazing. It was a fantastic night, and hopefully we'll be able to do something like that again in the future.
Maybe something in the pipeline, John.
Wink, wink, maybe.
So should we just crack into the real Emmy, old pal?
Let's do it.
Let's go! Tonight is not about us, so we're going to stop waffling on and introduce you to the guests of the evening.
Starting off with the host of the 40 News podcast, creator of Confessions of a Ghost Boy on YouTube, Poltergeist Hunter, and all-round nice guy, sipping his drink at the back. Give a hand for Mr. James Koppert.
Get up here, you sexy bugger.
I'm already here.
Ouch, there you are. Our next guest is someone who's been right at the heart of Yorkshire's strangest stories. He's a boots-on-the-ground paranormal investigator who spent countless hours on cliffs and in haunted locations and chasing the unexplained. It's Iain Linford.
Come on,
he's there.
And someone else that works on the other side of the paranormal coin. While some might investigate the physical traces of the paranormal, she focuses on the spiritual. With years of experience as a practicing medium, bringing through messages, insights, and uncanny validations, please give a hand for Pamela Hayward.
Yeah! And lastly, but in no way leastly, we'd like to welcome one of the UK's leading independent investigators into the unexplained. With a background in real-world research, countless witness interviews, he's a man behind the Truth Proof books and the Wolfham's documentary, and he's been digging into the unnatural longer than most of us have known how to spell the word cryptid.
I definitely don't know how to spell that.
It is a difficult one, you just sound it out. It's researcher, author, investigator, and personal hero of ours, Mr. Paul Sinclair.
And just a quick reminder for everybody, you might have seen there's a little bit of a fishbowl going on at the front here. There's some pens and some paper. If you have a question that you would like to ask this dear panel later on this evening, without having to get up on stage and be a little bit nervous about it, you can write the questions down and we will get to those towards the end.
And if you ask a question, you get a free sweet.
It's the only reason I asked one.
One for Paul. You've dedicated essentially your life to researching and documenting experiences, and that began really with the alien encounters. But have you experienced anything sort of with big cats or werewolves, that sort of thing?
Craziest thing to talk about, isn't it? A werewolf. Seriously.
why we're here.
I can see everybody roll my eyes because, and I don't blame you. When I first started looking into, well, I put local newspapers put some adverts in saying researcher wants your stories, strange and unusual. Started getting stories, particularly from Flixton, but not ancient accounts. You know, in present day, some of them about somebody talking about something that you'd describe as a werewolf. It can't exist, can it? Let's face it, it can't exist. But when you've got lots and lots of people who don't know each other, different levels of education, different age groups, all singing from the same hymn sheet, all talking about similar things. And then it got me interested, it's got me fascinated. Then working with gamekeepers in North Yorkshire forests who claim, believe it or not, seem to have seen these things.
Right.
Dalby Forest claim to have seen things like this. And I think there's a paranormal aspect to it. I don't know what you guys think or anybody in audience, because me personally, it's only my take on it, but I don't think that our country could support something that what these people are describing. So it's something not of this realm, not of this sphere of existence.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do I think it's real? I definitely think it's real because they can't all be lying.
But I think you make a point that if one story,
If one's correct,
then that's life-changing, isn't it?
either I'm being lied to and everybody's lying to me, or some of these people, I mean, they're proper traumatised.
Yeah.
You know, they really are. And but it's not just that phenomena, is it? I mean, there are good elements to this. 4 weeks ago,
Right.
we spend a lot of time on cliff tops around Bempton, Speak, Ian's up there. And we see what the Coast Guards, again, I speak to Coast Guard, I talk to fishermen. If I'm lying, all these people are lying as well.
Yeah.
We've seen these orange spheres of light that just, you see one, and it'll punch into multiples and then just disappear and then appear in a different part of the sky. And we've had all that. We've had voices, we've been pushed, haven't we? All of us have little flashes of light, but 4 weeks ago, we got visited.
You know what, funny thing is, my next question was going to be directed to you, Ian, and say, is there anything that's ever made you feel like this simply cannot be reality? But I think you've just answered that.
Lots of things. I've literally stood there thinking, what the was that? Yeah, I mean, that can't be right. Lots of times.
Any others that spring to mind?
One that happened not that long ago. We'd been on the cliff tops. It was a Friday. Some guys came over from Lancashire, spent a bit of time with us, and one of the guys had seen something on the cliff tops. He'd seen a shadow figure on the cliff tops, which is now unusual. So I went home, stood there upstairs on the landing, explaining to my wife. She's just in bed watching telly, and I'm just telling her what we've seen. And then I saw some out corner of my eye, and there was a black thing that was like an iPad going along. At first I thought, we don't have cats, at first I thought it was a black cat. And I looked and there was a black square thing, like an iPad, and I looked straight at it and it just went into the floor and disappeared. And I'm stood there like, what the was that? And our lass is going, you've seen some, haven't you? You've seen some, haven't you? What was that?
Just on that note, though, do you feel like there is any intelligence behind some of these occurrences, or if these things have an end goal or a purpose?
Well, I've got a mate, he's a doctor of quantum theory, and he says reality, if you do the mathematics, the percentage that we don't live in some sort of simulation is 0%.
Right.
Wow.
My view, I did a tour of lectures, not a tour, I went to one university last year. It was a tour.
Got kicked out of the mall.
No, but I've done it a few places, but at one university to theology students, and I truly believe that this paranormal, it's a bit like a puppy. So you're in the park, you give the puppy attention, you recognise the puppy keeps running to you. And I think everyone has experiences in their life, but most people go, that can't exist, and do it away. Mm-hmm. But if you perceive it as your reality and accept it, then you start getting more and more of it. My view is it's there as a teacher. Once we determine that our reality doesn't actually exist, that means we must be here for a reason. Then it's here to learn, grow, understand things, become more spiritual, for want of a better word. I'm obsessed with the poltergeist, but I see cryptids, UFOs, just things that don't make any sense. Pillars of light just appear in the road, that I've got on camera, all sorts of things. And it's just a nod to reality doesn't actually exist.
This universe contains every bit of reality. There is everything in the universe on all vibrational frequencies, and it depends what your vibrational frequency is that's tuning in at that particular given point in time, and whether whoever that is wants to make themselves known to you.
What if we're all being played? What if we're all being tricked? And that's no disrespect to anybody and any of your beliefs. And what if we are? It strikes me that everything that we're dealing with, UFOs, cryptids, spiritualism, mediumship, clairaudience, whatever you do, they're all employing the same type of tactics. It's slippery, and like clairaudience, and you're receiving voices or voice from spirit. I've no knowledge of this really, so I'm not trying to tell you anything about it. You know a lot more than me. But the people who have alien abduction scenarios, the voices speak to them in their head. The hunter in Alaska or somewhere in America hunted these forests for 30, 40 years, never seen anything in his life, don't believe in any of this, and then one day he sees something that he'd describe as a Bigfoot. He lifts his gun. A voice in his head tells him not to do it. It's not his own. What if it's the same type of science then, even if they are individual phenomena that's interacting with us all? Or what if it's just one thing, just giving us what we want? Ghost hunters see ghosts, UFO researchers see UFOs. What if it's just one thing? We're all in like little pigeonholes, and I think we should just throw that net out wide and understand that everything's connected. Bereavement. So somebody loses a loved one, and everybody who's lost somebody that's dear to them, you think about them intensely, don't you? They're on your mind. And a lot of the time, I don't mean all the time, but quite often people will say, so my dad, he appeared at end of bed.
Yeah.
I saw my mum and she went in garden and then she just kind of faded. What if we're creating that? What if it's not a spirit? And I don't mean to say that I know this, because I don't. I'd just like to throw them things out that we might underestimate the power of our own minds. It don't mean this reality doesn't exist. It just might mean it's on a different path to what we originally thought.
My discussion with these guys was the fact that I'm the only person that's going to stand up here tonight and try and prove what I do.
Yeah.
And that takes an awful lot of bravery. Mm-hmm. and especially with people who may not understand it, may not know about it. And exactly what you've just said as well, what you get when you're trying to work and people come for a reading and they want their loved one, is that actually that can prevent your communication. Because people who come and go, I only want my mum, I only want my grandma, I only want whatever, is that can be too much. And actually you need people to be really open to whoever comes through, and then it tends to fly. It's much better then. And as these guys now know, one thing that I will tell you all, for if any of you ever do have communication, what you want from your medium is that you need to only give the answers yes, no, not sure. It is not a conversation with your working medium, all right? Because you're feeding them. People can't help it. People can't help saying something in return. Oh, that's me so-and-so. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. Because my job, that's different in a way to these guys, is that I have to raise my vibrational frequency to touch the frequency of those who are coming down, lower down than I'm going up, to make that connection to evidence survival. And I've done this all over the place. I've done it in Spain. I've been tested all over the place. Lots of places in the UK, scary places. I've done all kinds of things. It's really nerve-wracking, and you can be blocked. And that's something that we're going to talk about later.
What's interesting, like Paul said, it's the trickster element, I believe. And one of my slides on that talk is it takes the piss. Like, this activity takes the piss. And just an example of that, there was a scientist that found a poltergeist activity going on in this factory, and it emanated from this one guy. And these scientists measured the arc of the poltergeist activity emanating from this one guy. As soon as they made that rule, it changed, because it's a higher intelligence. It's there to teach, I believe, to teach us, but it'll mock us. It'll take the piss, and it's personal. On an investigation, I don't know if this is the same with what you do. When we pack up our equipment at the end of the night, that is when we get the most activity, the most evidence.
Well, I've left the EMF meters. They'll be dotted about all over the place. Absolutely nothing. There's no power supply. There's absolutely nothing up there where we're spending quite a bit of time. Bit of dark humour gets mentioned. They go off the scale, and they'll be 30, 40 feet apart. And when I'm saying about dark humour, I'm not meaning, torturing people or anything else. Like Laddie was saying earlier on about going and bumping into a dogman or whatever. Yeah. We take the piss out with Jeremy because he's always saying he wants to meet one. And we always say he's going to turn up with his trousers round his ankles, and he's met a dogman with an 18-inch lipstick. You know what I mean? And then the EMF starts going daft. Yeah. Or you'll mention similar type of thing, and it does. I mean, one day, my EMF was there, Paul's EMF was there. Paul's fell off the fence. Paul went round, picked it up, put it back up. Man fell off, picked it up, put it back on. They both fell off. And it's like, you're having a laugh. I mean, we was 12 feet away watching them. Paul's fell off again, and then mine tipped on its side. And it's like, okay, there's obviously
something messing
it wasn't really windy. I mean, yeah, potentially it could have been wind, but there was no wind in my ear, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, I mean, it's little things like that. So, yeah, there's something that's a trickster there, and then other things that we've encountered, there's no trickster version in that, because it's not nice. That ain't going to say boo to you, and you can feel it. It's different. Some things, it's like, yeah, okay, that's different, that's all right, yeah, what's that? And other things, it's like, no, you can F off. Yeah. Keep away. I don't know what that was, but no.
I think, though, that with the poltergeist, it's almost like if you give it energy, it grows. It starts off almost amoeba-ish, doesn't it? You know, if anybody's experienced anything like this in the home, little subtle changes, little things, your peripheral vision, something will move, and the more you become aware of it, the more it seems to grow in. I don't know whether it grows in boldness or whether it's feeding off our energy. You know more about this than I do, but that's how it strikes me and what's happening there.
Yeah, I think it normally starts off with scratches and knocks, doesn't it? And I think most people will go, yeah, it's obviously the pipes or something like that. And sometimes it is the pipes, just so you know. I've been round to people's houses and it is definitely the pipes. And I think if you then go, oh, it's something, then it will evolve into the next stage and the next stage.
So how much of that is... I sound like I don't even believe in any of this, don't I? So how much of this is us creating it?
Some of it is. There are cases when it's definitely psychokinetic, you know, that it's emanating from one person. The Battersea poltergeist, a perfect example. It was emanating from one person. It's often a teenage girl. That Goldsmith University did a load of traits that poltergeist activity will go around. Interestingly, it's part of the ADHD diagnostic traits as well. I've got ADHD, it's no secret, it's obvious to everyone. And it's interesting that those people also had trauma it occurs with as well. But I also find it fascinating when there are people who will absolutely rip the out of you for years in believing any of this, and then they get poltergeist activity as well. That's where I find it really fascinating.
And then it turned into this dread, fear. If I'd have been on there on my own, I'd have just run. And it was everywhere. It was all over me, and it was just pushing me down and getting further and further, wrapped all the way around me. And I'm saying in my head, get off, f*** off. And I'm effing it off all the time, and it just lifted. It just went. It was straight back. I could have laid in the ground, crawled up in a ball, and I could have cried my eyes out.
Really?
Right.
It was sort of like a high and a low, let's say. I felt it was horrible. It was frightening. And then I told him, and then maybe 20 minutes or so later, I was looking inland, and I could see this black thing. There's an edge, bit of a scattered edgerow in the distance. There was this black thing going up and down, and left to right, and up and down. And I'm looking at it thinking, the f***ing hell's that? So I bobbed my head further and further and further down so I could get a better look at it, and it was there going up and down, and I reached out to Pete. He was fairly close to me, and I tapped him, and he goes, what? I goes, there's something there. And he's like, what? I said, there's something there. And he goes, you know, I can see it. And then Paul says, what's up? And then Paul looked, and then Paul could see it.
We could all see it.
So there's this like a bloody big egg shape type of thing moving up and down, and then Paul started, he said, that's got to be someone f***ing about.
So I went off.
So Paul started running through all these bloody tussocks and all the rest of it.
I can't run that fast.
62. No, but anyway,
but I went off.
He stopped and he came back, and then it just went, and then whoever it was, it started raining, and someone said, shall we go? And I was more than happy to go then. A couple of days later, I was talking to Pete, and he said to me, he says, why was you whispering? I says, because I didn't want it to see me.
Can't wait to get into some audience questions. In all honesty, I think this is my most anticipated and favourite part of the night, because it's not questions coming from us, it is from the beautiful audience.
Absolutely. And also, we don't know what is going to be in here, which is slightly scary.
Yeah.
With lots of penis pictures, so we'll see.
I just text
Should have done that.
I just text them to you now. You know
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I've got loads of those.
Can I just say as well, thank you so much to these guys as well. They've all donated their time for free and the venue for free. Every penny that you've paid goes to victims of sexual violence, survivors of charity. They've had to close the waiting list because they've got that many people. So it's amazing that we've had a really lovely night, but it's gone for that. So thank you.
Yep.
So, should we get into some audience questions?
I think we should.
You know fine well that I can't read, so I think it's probably best that you start off.
Well, this will be the night it doesn't work, Ian, so let's find out. Do you want to choose one and I'll read it?
Yes, that
Okay.
one.
So I'm not sure who this is directed to, but why are evil, quote-unquote, spirits scared of the Bible and the cross and holy water?
It's a good question. Who would like to get into that one? I can see James bursting at the seams.
It depends on your belief. So it isn't about they're scared of it, it's about your belief within that. So if you're a Buddhist, then the Catholic ideology won't work. But your belief in Buddhism, you'll have a Buddhist exorcist who will do the same thing. If you're a Hindu, it'll be a Hindu exorcist. So it's to do, again, it's about consent. What that religion is doing, essentially, is removing the consent from that, using a different power and different force to remove that. Particularly if you've consented to be possessed, to use a Catholic term, then they're coming in and using their religious ideology to eradicate that. So if you believe in Catholicism, which often we do in the Western world, and they're really good at doing exorcisms, then that idea will enable you to have the power to remove it. So you've got to be invested and believe in it as well.
I'm probably on the same lines, sort of, but I think it's about the inner self. I don't think it's about religion. I'm not particularly religious, any particular religion. I ain't got a downer on any either. But I think it's about the inner self, and I think we underestimate the power of ourselves. And if we can channel and use a religion and we think that's suppressing it, I think probably we're doing it. I could be wrong. That's what I think anyway.
Even if you're non-religious, in Western society, if you think of all the films and that, the belief system of who do you get, it is that. So you will then invest in that belief, and it's your belief, I believe, that then helps that to occur.
I would shove my two pence in on the basis that the amount of energy that's being invested into religion, as this is a Christian country, for example, there is so much energy about belief and religion. We may not do it now, but that doesn't mean that residual energy isn't there. I'm not saying it's about that person's belief particularly, but I would say that the evilness, for want of a better expression, can't defeat the amount of energy, because that's where the energy is stacked. I suppose it's a little bit like if you got every person in a football stadium every Saturday to send out healing energy, we'd make a massive difference, because it would be a united effort of energy going out there. And if we could do that, we might get a bit of a better world.
Right.
The thing that is different between myself and these guys is that I know that I'm in control. So therefore it's organised. We know the way it works and all of that kind of stuff. And you're absolutely right. The power of saying something while holding the cross, saying the Lord's Prayer, because of the energy that's gone into the Lord's Prayer, we understand what it stands for in this country, and that's where the power is held. So you do something with that level of intention, telling the spirit world to do one, makes them go away because you are in charge. And if the spirit world come and invade your space, you are absolutely entitled to tell them to go away in whatever way you want to tell them to.
The other thing I'd like to ask you is, I know I've got a natural ability. You maybe know that I've got a natural ability. I don't know. You might think I'm full of shit. I might be full of shit. I don't know. I can't control it, but you're saying that you're in control. A lot of the time, I know I'm in control. Lots of different people have said to me that I've got a purpose why I turn up, where I turn up. In part of my employment, I used to look after people. That was my job. And I did it for a long time. But spiritually, I know that I look after these lot. How I do it, I don't really know. What's your thoughts on that?
It depends what your purpose is. Depends what you're sent here for. Depends what your role is. Depends what your job is. And by that very definition, you will have helpers from the spirit world. And you may not know it. And again, I'll go back to the Patrick Swayze thing. He goes through all of those mediums till he gets Whoopi Goldberg to actually get that communication across. Because spirit side really desperately want that message to get to where it needs to be. They will do whatever it takes to make that happen. And if you do work that's in service, if your lifestyle is in service, you will be looked after. You put yourself in a position for communication to take place. You've said earlier that you did the meditation. So, who are you talking to? Meditation is the act of talking to somebody else. You're not talking to yourself. You go reaching out there for that to take place.
Does it manipulate our thought as well? Because you're talking about it there, James, and you're almost creating it. But not you, but people create what... If they're going down the path of it's a demon, then it's almost like we're creating Toplas. We're creating our own demons. And that doesn't mean that the phenomena doesn't exist. There's an ingredient there, but without you and everybody in the audience, there is no phenomena. Yeah. So it requires our thought process, and whatever we put into it, if it's angelic, it's going to become angelic then. Do you know what I'm saying? If it's demonic, then people tend to go down that route. And let's face it, if you're in your home and you suddenly see something move across the table, you're shocked and you're scared and you think it's something spooky. And that's the mindset, that's the vibe that you're giving out. And are we creating that? Is it mimicking? Is it actually giving us what we're wanting?
Do any of you have any experiences with time slips or shifts, or know anything about them? And for context, my wife and I live in a house where it happens often. Look at the clock, it's 8 a.m. Look back a little bit later, it's 7:30 a.m.
Extra time to get ready.
Yeah, it's helpful actually.
North Mean Road. I don't know if anyone lives. Is the person that lives on North Mean Road? Because North Mean Road is a strange place. Anyway, I was walking on North Mean Road, and it only happened for seconds. There was trams coming down the road, and there was people in kind of Victorian clothing. Anyway, I was talking about it. I thought I better check this out. I honestly didn't know that there were trams on North Mean Road, and when I looked into it, there were.
Right.
It happened for a few seconds. I'll also tell you a story about an actual alien grey on North Mean Road.
I was going to ask you about this. I was curious to know if Paul and Ian know about it.
It was a masseuse that told me. They were...
As you do.
There was someone walking on North Mean Road and they saw a statue of an alien grey in their front yard on North Mean Road, and that's weird. She looked back and then it had gone. So North Mean Road's an interesting place.
That is terrifying to me.
Yeah, that is your kryptonite, really, isn't it?
My worst nightmare, absolutely. Yeah. Grey aliens. Ugh.
It's really important. It's the comfort it brings. It's like this lady said to me, she can now move on. That information has put her in such a position that she can move on. That's the power of it. It means that things can be different.
Do you feel that that's your job?
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's not always a comfort, though. Sometimes it's cruel.
Which part's cruel?
I've had things in the past that have been cruel, really cruel. I mean, was talking a little bit earlier on about mediumship and all the rest of it. I've had visitations, let's say, that have been cruel. I've had conversations with my father who's convinced me he's fine. I mean, he's been dead over 40 years. And then in the morning, I realise he's not here. And then I'm just back into that position that I was when I was 15 years of age. And I have to relive that grief again. I've spoke to my granddad, and you're there. and it's talking to you just like we're talking now on the stage, and it's cruel because then you come back to the state that he's passed away, he maybe is in the other side, but for seconds or minutes or whatever that conversation lasted for,
I suppose, is it like you never heal?
Yeah. You're back to square one.
But some people see that as comfort, and I don't.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do understand what you mean.
To come back and try and communicate with you, and I know it's deep, but you brought it up.
Well, it is deep, and I did bring it up, and I see it as sometimes it's cruel because it's like f***ing hell.
So my answer to this is that's the difference between not closing down on a night. So all of those conversations happen in sleep state that leave you in a vulnerable position the morning after. It's not a controlled communication. So all it does is just hit all the emotional buttons. And then what I would offset that with is each and every one of us have our own individual lives to live. When you've done your life, you go back. This is what they have taught me. This is what I understand. So spirit world is a place where only love exists. Right? So you go back to being loved, safe, everything's great. Here is school. Here is where you come to learn your lessons. They've learnt all theirs and they've done their duty and gone back. The fact that you don't close down and you continue those communications and you view them as cruel, that's not the communication is cruel. That's where you're at, is that you just feel sad. And yet there'll be other people sat out here thinking, I wish I could talk to my dad during night.
That's what I got from it.
So with everything we've talked about today, it's often about your view on it. It's about your slant on it. It's what you take from it. You can either view it as being powerful and really good and really helpful and really comforting, or you can feel sad. But then what I would slide into that is you only feel sad when we've lost somebody that we love.
So with that, this might be the perfect opportunity if you'd like to give us a little demonstration, if you're feeling up to it.
So do we have people in here that really kind of like would prefer me not to be doing what I'm doing at the moment, or potentially going to do what I'm doing? No. Cool. Because you can block it, and I really would prefer not to be blocked if somebody needs something. If I can give evidence that is accepted by somebody here, where other people kind of do the, oh my God, I've never seen this before, then it changes things for lots of people. What I will do though, if I do get communication, I usually know where I'm going. That doesn't mean that I will. So if I do give information and you can recognise a person from the spirit world, please put your hands up and claim it, because obviously we're on limited time, I'm under pressure, all of that kind of stuff. But what I will do is, if I do think I'm going somewhere, I will say, can I come to you? That's your opportunity to say, no, you can't. Okay? You are allowed to say no. Is that okay with everybody? Yeah? Can I come down here to this gentleman? Yeah. Have you had communication before, please? Yeah. Okay. Are you scared yet? Yeah. Okay. I promise I don't levitate, but would you understand that you wanted to come here because you've had your own spiritual goings on?
So, yes. Yeah,
okay. Yeah. Yes, no, not sure.
Yes, I'm not sure. Yeah.
You were going to tell me, that's the only reason I stopped you. You were going to tell me something. I feel like I want to work for both of you, so is that all right? Yeah. Because I don't know who... Because I would want to say that there's a lady that stands with me at this moment in time. She stands in between you, so I know that both of you would have known of this lady. I don't know yet quite whether she's mother to one of you or grandmother to one of you, but I do feel that you would have both known her. Quite cantankerous, quite vocal, very much this kind of woman. So would you understand that as a description? No. Let me find out some more information from her. Okay, would you understand her having her arms crossed, even if you don't understand the lady yet, about a decision that you've made recently? No. There's something you need to be doing different. Has life got too boring? Yeah. Because that's what I'm being made to feel. Life's short. What are you doing with it? Life's got dull. You must have had this conversation. What are we doing with it? Life is boring. What are we doing with it? There's been a recognition that life is too short. We need to change things. Do you understand this? Okay. And I feel like it's really important because I feel as if there's either some worries going on, whether there's some decisions or some investigations that need to be taking place. Do you understand this? So I don't know whether there's a plan to either move house, downsize, shift what we've got, but I feel like we're packing stuff, or do you know what, we don't need this anymore, we don't need that anymore. Do you understand what you're being told at this moment in time? Yeah. Okay. And like I say, she's really strong-willed and she's really got her arms crossed on the basis that you're talking about it, but you're talking round it and you're talking round it and you're not making the decision. You're not getting on with it. Does this make sense? There is something that needs to either go into trust or be put away or piled up. Do you understand that as well? Your money needs to be sorted. It's how you organise your finances has to be sorted. Remember, I've given it you that way, all right? Because she's not telling you it any different, okay? I feel like you have a weakness in one of your legs, please, as well. Would you understand that? Where there's a weakness in your walking.
Yeah.
Okay. She just wants to give you that as evidence so that you've got that from me, so that everybody here knows I'm not making stuff up. Do I know either of you two?
No.
Thank you. Okay. You used to be really active, and you've had to become less active in some way, or less able to do something that you really like to do.
Yeah.
Okay. You worry about somebody that you've lost. Would you understand me being told this? I feel like it's relatively recent, and recent could be within 1 year or 2 years, but it's recent-ish. Spirit world doesn't have linear time, so it's not that long for them, because there's no such thing as time. I feel like I want to be with a lady with this as well. Would you understand that? And you keep rifling through all of the bits and pieces, and I'm not sure where to put them, and I'm not sure what to do with them. Does this make sense? Some of these are trinket boxes and things that are white with painted patterns on. Do you understand this? And there's too many of them to keep, but I don't know which ones to keep and which to let go, because I don't know who to let them go to. Does this make sense? This lady says not to worry. You keep what you want. Just keep what you want, because at some point they'll go anyway, so it really doesn't matter what you keep. Do you understand this? She says if you need to take photographs of all of them and put them in an album, so you've always got the memories, you don't need the physical, tangible things. Do you understand her saying this? Okay. You also have other things, possessions belonging to this lady that are not just the trinkets. I feel like there's some clothes or something that feels like silky. Would you understand that? Yeah. Okay, and you're just not sure what to do with everything, and it's like the weight of it is too much. Does this make sense? She's not worried about it. She's not worrying anymore. It doesn't matter what you keep, and it doesn't matter what you let go, she says. Does this make sense? She's also thanking you, though, for the care that you took of her, let me just let you know how many days. There's something about like 4 or 5 days in particular. Would you understand this? Yeah, 4 or 5 days are very, very significant for this lady that she wants to thank you for. You think that she was out of it and not hearing all of the things that were being said around her, but she was very much present. Do you understand this? There was a point. Okay. There was a point, she says, on something like overnight on day 3 into day 4. I want to say I sat up and I spoke to somebody, and then I went back to sleep again. You must have called out somebody's name, because there was a gentleman that came to collect her and let her know that it wouldn't be long before she was going. So would you understand where her partner or relative was already over in spirit side? Okay, and that she reached for this person. She's very, very grateful for keeping her neat and tidy, is what I would want to say. That's what you did. You kept her neat and tidy. And for that, she's truly grateful.
That makes me feel great.
That's lovely.
Thank you.
Has that comforted you?
Yes.
Lovely.
Can you move on now?
Yeah.
Yes.
You came here to prove life after death, and I think you've done it for everyone in the room. I was in awe. Amazing. Thank you. I think that deserves another round of applause.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you, Pamela.
Oh, sexy beasts.
Oh, amazing. Shame about those hosts, though. They fucking ruined it. But, Jordan, the live show isn't the only spooky thing that's happened this month.
Oh, isn't it?
Oh, God, no. Today we saw the release of the first of 5 mini super spooky lead-up to Halloween episodes. And today, it was the story of Travis Walton. And, Jordan, I'm dying to know, what are your thoughts on him and his story?
I'll be truthful, Ian, I didn't even realise you put one up.
Did you not?
No, I've not even heard it. Who's Travis Walton?
You edited it. Travis, isn't that the guy that did your bathroom?
Oh, you've called it Tracy Walton.
Ah, shit, yeah, God. No, I did in the script I sent you, but I've amended it in mine.
Oh, okay.
Which is why I didn't read Tracy Walton, obviously.
Yeah, I definitely don't know Tracy Walton.
That's his mum. She got abducted by...
Goldfish.
Yeah. So the controversy that came from it, what do you think of that?
Okay, so the tale of Travis Walton, it really terrifies me, and I'm not massively that afraid of the idea of UFOs and aliens. Not certainly like you, Ian. And I did once watch Fire in the Sky, and I'm not sure how much creative scope they had.
Yeah.
But that was a horrible film.
It was. I watched that when I was fairly young.
That's probably why you messed up now.
No, to be honest, I was scared of them before, because actually, did I watch it? I remember it like saying it was going to be on TV, and I wanted to watch it. I think I remember my parents saying, God, no, you're not watching it because it's a scary film. It's like an 18. Get to bed, you little bastard. But I remember seeing the clip of it, and I think that's what I'm referring to when I say I remember seeing it. That's what I'm thinking of.
Oh, right.
But I remember like doing an impression of the aliens to try and make myself feel better. You know, like when you're scared.
If you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah, I'm one of you guys. But you know, like when you're a kid and you find something scary, so you make light of it to make it funny.
Of course,
so
yeah.
you're not scared of it. I remember doing that, like doing an impression of them walking around, like, oh, look at me, I'm an alien. Now they're not going to get me, are they? Are they, Mum? Are they? But yeah, terrible, horrible, scary film.
I think the thing I hated the most about that film is, don't know how it was described, but that kind of layer of sort of skin that went over him.
Yes.
On the, operating table, for lack of a better phrase.
Yeah. Matrix style.
That was horrendous.
Fairly grim. So what do you think about the controversy that came out after?
I feel like I believe this guy.
All right. There was a whole thing about like the polygraph tests.
Yeah.
But, I mean, polygraph tests aren't accurate anyway. There's a reason they're not used in courts and things.
Yes, true.
But, I mean, maybe the friend was looking for a little bit of fame.
I mean, that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, he's the one that naysayed it so that he'd get a little bit of attention. But it just adds that little bit of spanner in the works that makes you go, oh, okay, right, well, someone's coming out and like outright saying on record this is fake. So it just plants that little bit of seed of doubt in your mind.
I suppose. There's always been something about it that I felt is sincere, but I don't know if it's maybe a skewed vision of that because of the film that I did watch many, many years ago.
Yeah.
And so maybe I'm just kind of attaching all those memories to it.
That fear, yeah.
Yeah, possibly, that could be the case. Maybe if I hadn't seen the film, I might feel a little bit different about it.
Yeah.
The film is irrelevant, really, isn't it? But
It's planted that in your
it
mind.
might be skewing my perception of it.
Yeah. I think that's a fair take to have. You can never be 100% knowledgeable of anything that people just say has happened. So you've either got to take it or not. And I think that's what we should just do. Just leave it at that. It's a good story. Maybe it's real, maybe it's not.
Absolutely.
People at home, please let us know what you thought of the episode and about Travis Walton, his experience. Let us know if you think he's a downright liar or a giant truth-telling beacon of hope and truth.
Very true. And like we discussed in the live show, sometimes we'll just never really know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So, moving on.
Moving on, pal. Yeah.
I hear you've got something else planned that I'm kind of scared for.
No need to be scared, pal. I think everybody else is probably going to be scared by the time we come to the end of it.
Okay, I'm more terrified now.
So, Jordan, to round things off today, because it can't be Halloween without a little Halloween game.
Brilliant.
So I've got one for you that I've created myself. It is a little Reader's Digest kind of BuzzFeed type quiz created to determine what Halloween monster are you.
Okay. Brilliant.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, right. I'm curious what the actual possible outcomes could be.
There's many.
Okay.
We'll see. So the premise of the game is I'm going to ask you 10 multiple choice questions, right? So we could just quick fire them. We don't need to dwell.
Okay.
And you will get a score attributed to each answer that you give. And then I'll tot them up at the end. And then depending what range of numbers you fall in, will determine what monster you are.
Excellent. So the traditional quizzer has become the quizzee.
Yes, and I don't have my trusty whiteboard.
Oh, do you want me to give you mine?
Yeah. Yeah, why not?
I'm afraid I can't.
Damn.
And never mind.
I don't think you'd ever part with your trusty whiteboard.
I couldn't.
You'll be buried with that thing. Right, Jordan, so here we go. Question number 1. That's the Halloween quiz music.
Nice.
So, Jordan, question 1. Halloween snack of choice. A, crisps and chocolate. B, candy apple. C, bloody steak bites. Or D, raw goat leg.
Crisps and chocolate, please.
Crisps and chocolate. Okay, right.
I hate candy apple, and goat legs upset my tummy.
Oh, do they? I had one at Christmas last year. Sick for days. Question 2, and I'm not going to do the whole A, B, C, D thing because it's too much to edit. I'm just going to give them outright. Just know that everyone is A, B, C, or D.
Okay.
In fact, it doesn't matter to you, does it really? So, Jordan, question 2. Your ideal Halloween costume. Bedsheet ghost, alien grey morph suit, vampire cape and fangs, or zombie costume that goes all out and actually eats brains.
Wow. Bedsheet ghost.
Bedsheet ghost?
Yeah.
God.
Well, you see, the thing is that it requires very little of me.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't have to become a zombie.
Yep.
I don't have to get caked in makeup.
Fair enough. You know what? I'll give you that. It's true. So, Jordan, question 3. At the Halloween party, you are sat at the snack table, asking awkward questions to other guests, brooding mysteriously in the corner, or staring silently from the window.
I'm definitely at the snack table.
Snack table? Oh, mate, I can see where this is going and it's boring.
Oh, no.
Right, let's try and change things up a bit.
Okay.
You've still got some questions here to pull it out of the bag. So, Jordan, question 4. Your dream Halloween night out is A, pub crawl, a haunted house tour, a Ouija board seance, or a remote canyon ritual?
Ooh, I think I'd go for a haunted house tour.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'd like that.
Nice. Now I've actually got to do some maths.
Definitely wouldn't be doing the old Ouija.
Oh, God, no. Yeah, don't touch them people. So, Jordan, question 5. Trick-or-treaters knock at your door. Do you...
Punch them?
That's not one of the answers, Jordan.
Kick them. That's it.
I know that's what you would do, but I purposely left that out.
Sorry.
Because I don't want to have any lawsuits anymore. I'm sick of them.
Okay.
You keep asking me to bail you out. I'm running out of money.
Ah.
So do you give them Haribo, tell them a ghost story, hiss and slam the door, or whisper their names to them as they leave?
That last one would be so creepy.
William.
I mean, are we going for real life? What would happen?
Hey, mate, it's your quiz. Answer how you would.
I mean, I would have to give him some sweets.
So you'd give them Haribo?
Yeah.
You wouldn't hiss and slam the door? Because I know that's what you'd probably like to do.
It depends, am I a nice person or not?
I couldn't tell you.
I mean, I would quite like to whisper their name. That would be hilarious.
Okay, well, which answer are you going for?
I'll go for whisper their name.
Nice. Okay, right, we're still firmly in the category which I felt this was going towards, so we'll see how we go. We've got 4 questions left.
Okay.
Jordan, biggest Halloween fear? Running out of sweets, government vans, garlic and holy water, or an unknown person calling your name from within your own house?
The latter.
The latter. Uh-oh.
Yeah, unknown person calling my name. Sounds awful.
That is spooky. So, Jordan, it's Halloween. What is your preferred drink? Is it a soft drink, a cocktail, red wine, or blood and swamp water?
A cocktail, please.
A cocktail.
Of blood and swamp water.
Nice. Jordan, question 8. We're having a group photo at the Halloween party. What's your vibe? Smiling normally? Awkward grin? Mysterious smirk? Or blurry half-visible face?
Oh, it's got to be the blurry face.
Blurry half-visible face. Nice. 2 questions left.
Okay.
What is your Halloween movie choice? Hocus Pocus, The X-Files, High School Musical 2, or paranormal documentaries?
Paranormal documentaries.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Uh-oh. We're far out of the realms where I thought this was going to go now.
Oh, dear.
Oh, yeah.
Could be good or bad.
So, Jordan, it's the morning after. What is your routine? A bacon butty and painkillers? Trying to remember what planet you're on? Hide from the daylight? Or pretend last night never happened?
It depends what happened.
Oh, well. First you hissed at some trick-or-treaters, then you whispered the name as they walked away,
Right.
Then you heard your name get shouted, and then you finished it off with High School Musical 2.
And I did have some cocktails.
Yeah, a few cocktails in there, yep.
And also, it wasn't High School Musical, Ian.
Oh, sorry, yeah, you watched some
It was
paranormal
paranormal
documentaries. Yeah, Jinx.
Yes, get it right. Thank you.
My apologies.
I don't know. Bacon butty sounds great.
A nice old bacon butty, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, right.
and some paracetamol.
Nice. So, Jordan, you scored 62 points,
Right.
which puts you in the category of ghost.
Okay, so I'm officially a ghost.
Yep, you are quiet, eerie, and haunting, consistently repeating yourself, making the same mistake every day.
Well, it's pretty true, really.
Well, there you go. The quiz doesn't lie.
And what were some of the other options, do you know?
Yeah, I know exactly what they were. So this is why I was thinking that you were going to fall into the early category, because the first category is human.
Oh, okay.
So if you scored anywhere from 30 to 39, you are human, you are hopelessly mortal, your scariest nightmare is running out of snacks.
Okay.
40 to 49 points puts you as an alien grey. Weird, you confuse people, don't fit into society, obsessed with cows and reproductive fluids.
Wow.
50 to 59 points would make you a Loch Ness monster, elusive, mysterious, and permanently damp.
Oh.
A prehistoric legend that likes it cold.
I do like to be damp as well.
Oh no, it's not a case of liking it, it's just you are.
Ah, right, okay. Yeah, sweaty boy.
Can never dry. Obviously 60 to 69 points is where you fell, Jordan, makes you the ghost.
69.
70 to 79 points would make you a vampire, dramatic, stylish, sexy, great hair, and a night owl.
Very nice. Or Christopher Lee.
Maybe. Don't know who that is.
He's who played Dracula.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
I mean, he doesn't anymore. He's dead.
Oh, right. Poor guy. Now he's a ghost, weirdly. 80 to 89 points would make you a werewolf. You'd be chaotic, hairy, you howl when you're drunk, fun but destructive, and likes to bite people.
Brilliant.
And finally, 90 to 100 points would make you a skinwalker. You've maxed out the creep factor, shape-shifting nightmare fuel, nobody trusts you, and they're right not to. You're one evil son of a bitch with your own agenda, and you like to mess with people.
Okay, fine. Curious, did you do this quiz yourself?
I fucking did, pal.
Oh, please tell me you became an alien.
Oh, no, wait, sorry, I thought you meant wrote it. I haven't done the quiz.
Oh, you should have done.
I will do.
Right now. Wow.
To be honest, I probably could blast through it in 5 seconds.
Yeah, I'd be really curious to know what you came out with.
Do you want me to do it real quick?
Yeah, go on.
Great, 1 sec. Can you add these up as I tell you them?
Yes.
So 5.
Yeah.
5, 10.
A few moments later.
And 7.
55.
55. Let's see where that puts me. I am a Loch Ness monster.
You are. You Scottish bastard.
Elusive, mysterious, and permanently damp. A prehistoric legend that likes it cold. That is me, thank you.
There you go, yeah.
Thank
Although
you
you
very
don't like it cold, do you? Because you're always living in your hoodie.
You know what, right? Sometimes I will go to bed, right? I think I've said this before, but sometimes I'll go to bed and I'll just be like, you know what? Tonight I just want to be cold. And it's not because I'm warm in that moment.
It's because you're Nessie.
It's because I am the Loch Ness Monster. That's why you can't find him. He's in my house. It's me.
Yeah. All this time.
It's what noise they make.
You mean what noise you make?
Yeah, I make. Sorry. So there you have it.
Brilliant.
And that brings us to a close, Jordan, on today's super special, early, but albeit Halloween episode of Two Guys What's Up.
Lovely.
Delicious.
And of course, come Friday, the big day, is when you can hear that full live show.
Oh, yeah. Make sure you get on the bonus episodes, if nothing else, just for that. And make sure you stay tuned for every day this week for another little mini bite-sized lead-up to Halloween episode.
I'll make sure I listen this time.
That would be great. So, Jordan, with that, does that about bring us around to the end of today's super spooky Halloween special episode?
I think it does.
Thank you for tuning into today's episode of Two Guys What's Up. Don't forget to follow the show wherever you listen to us so you don't miss another episode. And maybe even blah, blah, blah. Sorry, it's the Loch Ness Monster coming out of me.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm transforming.
Oh, that's been the issue all along.
Yeah, I'm trying to suppress it. Oh, let me take my human pills.
Yeah.
And maybe even tell a friend. Take your friend to the shores of Loch Ness and point me out as I glide past spookily in the water. And when they ask, what the fuck is that? Just be like, that is one host of Two Guys What's Up. The other one is a ghost.
Perfect, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So if you'd like to get in touch with us, our Linktree link is in the bio of this episode, which you can click on and be jetted off to every link you will ever need for all your Two Guys What's Up essentials. Want to get your own Two Guys What's Up t-shirt? Click the link.
Want to take this quiz yourself? Because I'll post it somewhere. I'll do it. Click the link.
Want to do your own live show? Click the link.
And if you click that link, it will blast you off to Patreon, the home of all your Two Guys What's Up extra essentials, including shout-outs, t-shirts, aliens and wankers mugs, and if you really can't get enough of our fantastic tales and spooky voices, well then now you can get more of each, because there are currently 27, soon to be 28 with the live show episode, which come out the last Friday of every single month, sitting up there right now waiting for your ears to go and gobble up all that extra audio goodness. And all that is available right now, starting with the bonus episodes, as I've said so many times, for just £3.
Bergen. So if you want to help support the show and get some cool stuff while you do so, head over to patreon.com/Two Guys What's Up to check out all the goodies over there. The link will be down below for your clicking pleasure.
But if you can't do that, but you still like to help us out, then a 5-star rating and review in your podcast app of choice would be the best, freest, and easiest way to do that for us, and we would be eternally grateful.
We would.
But on that note, thanks for listening, have a happy Halloween, and we will see you next Monday!
Paul Sinclair!
Is he in the room, Jordan? Oh, God! Someone get Ian Linford round. We're having a group photo at the Halloween party. What's your vibe? Smiling normally? Awkward grin? Mysterious smirk? Or blurry half-visible face?
Oh, it's got to be the blurry face.
Blurry half-visible face. Nice.
Do you remember us doing those in selfies?
I do.
You do that whole thing.
Yeah, you shake it, and if you've got a very good camera, it can catch you mid-fucked up face.
It's like you're jumping out of an aeroplane.
Yeah, I see that. Or being punched.
That's often what happened.
It's quite ironic that you were a ghost in that quiz, because you were the only one that could talk to Pamela at the live show.
Yeah.